What's up, everybody? It's me, Kaden, and today is day 4 of Vlogmas. In today's video, I will be reviewing a Christmas movie called Christmas Jangle that you can find on Netflix. Now, let's get into the review. So, what made me like the movie was the ending, because in the ending, it actually reveals that the lady telling her children the story was actually the main character, Journey. It also confused me thinking that Jingle's daughter was the main character, because Jingle's daughter and Journey look alike as kids. Because if you really think about it, they do, since Journey is basically Jingle's daughter's daughter, basically, making Journey Jingle's granddaughter. And I also think that robot reminds me of Wall-E from Disney, because the way they designed his face is what makes him look like it. So I also like the lesson when it teaches us to believe if we don't even believe. And that's why it makes the movie great than other Christmas movies. And today I kind of still watch it, but not all the time. Because, I do have other favorites like Home Alone and other stuff. But I say that Christmas Jingle is the top one. And yet, I think that they should make a second movie where Journey's kids are the main character, since the ending is showing them going to Jingle's factory. When they explained what happened when Jingle's assistant took everything from him, that was the saddest part, since it says the wife dies, because it just went from happy to sad to happy. And then once everything goes happy for him, that's when he changes. There was also a character I actually did not like, which was the mailbox lady, because, she was pretty weird. Even though it was obvious she had a crush on him, but the way she acted towards him was just so weird. Then I like the part where they reference Michael Jackson when the guy sees the backstage dancers. Even in the scene where the mailbox lady was singing, I like when the guy goes like, backup dancers? That was the most funniest part out of everything. And to explain the mailbox lady, that part where she was basically like silent and just growls at him was one of the most weirdest parts I had to ever see. And I think that when they make the second one, the kids should get introduced to the assistant, because, the assistant went to jail. And I say the worst character out of everybody was the little toy that was made, because he basically tempted him, which is telling him he should just take everything from Jingle, saying everything was his, and it wasn't really his, but maybe kinda his. I kinda felt bad for the assistant, since Jingle didn't really listen to him. He just ignored him. It even shows it in the beginning, where he basically just talks about how he gets the little thing in his mail and all the other stuff. And I say that my favorite character was pretty much Journey. I even thought that since Journey had kids, I thought the kid that was clumsy or helping Jingle when he got older was basically the person that Journey was dating. And if you don't know who I'm talking about the guy with the glasses, not Jingle, but the other kid with glasses. You know, the one that's clumsy? Yeah, because it was very obvious that they would probably like each other. Even though it's unexplained who the dad was, but we know it was Journey. I also think when Journey got older, it basically takes place where Jingle is probably passed away by now. But if it's revealed that he's still alive, this is gonna be very shocking because it seems to be he's probably, dead. Well, I guess so. So, about the robot, I think the only way he would work is if you believe, and that's probably how the lesson came. Even though the robot was almost broken a bit since he didn't even move. Like, that was the funny part. It was like he didn't even move when the assistant was presenting him, even though he pretty much stole him. And then I like the part when the kids are basically running for their lives and are trying to make sure they don't get hit by the fan. If I was in that situation, I would have been scared because in my head I'm wondering, is this it? Is this the end of my life? Am I going to survive? Am I going to see everything again? And then it was so good when the kids are able to miss it, even though they are so close to getting hit. I also think the fire was also what made it very serious too. Even when they made it in slow motion, it's like when you see at the action movies where the heroes are basically just punching them, then they make it slow motion. That's how it was. And Jangle, though, I guess it wasn't really his fault since, he was the reason why his assistant turned bad a little, but not all the way. It was pretty much the toy's fault, really. But yet still, it also teaches us you should also not pay attention to other things, but people you don't really pay attention to. Since, as I said earlier, in the beginning, he's not even paying attention to him. And I think the wife should have not passed away since it just makes Jingle's character and story more sadder than ever. And even though the daughter thought she could fix everything, it even says not only did she realize that she lost one parent, but she lost two. And I thought when it says she left, I thought it meant that she was gonna try and do something to make everything right. But even though it was revealed she didn't. If I could explain Journey in 3 ways, I would say she's like, those kind of characters that are ready, always ready for anything, and like adventure pretty much. Because it's kind of true throughout the whole movie, because we can see Journey just expressing herself and having fun. That snowball scene, though, was the funniest one, since when he throws the snowball accidentally at the cop, he just does this. Like the cops is gonna put the handcuffs on him. And I bet in his mind he's like, okay, let's calm down, just put the handcuffs on me. And I think Journey also shares magic with Jingle too, since, she's able to see the magic he was able to see in the beginning, since when he was younger, he also believed, but when he gets older, he doesn't believe anymore. So that's how it all went with the characters. But I want to explain the assistant more, since it looks like that the assistant and Jangle relationship was good, but ended up turning into a bad relationship. Even shows his future in the credits of him in jail. And I think it was smart of Journey, because she even outsmarted him, labeling the paper saying this, property to Jangle, proving that he stole everything from him. And he thought he could get away with it, but some child that was very smart outsmarted him. And if he does come back, if they make a second or third movie, maybe he could change, learning that he shouldn't have done what he could have done, even though he was younger than younger than Jangle, and when Journey's younger, he's probably dead by now, pretty much, which means he's probably not gonna be able to say sorry. I also like the part where he's able to see his assistant again, and then was able to give him his invention. And about the kid that was, the new assistant to Jangle. His character reminded me of a lot of characters from shows I watch, like Gumball from The Amazing World of Gumball, Darwin, and many others, even Patrick and SpongeBob, since he does act like them a lot. Well, not really Gumball, but Darwin most of all, really. But it was the clumsy scene that really got me to compare them. Since, Patrick does get a little clumsy and can kind of hurt himself. If you haven't already, make sure to check out Christmas Jangle, because it's a really good movie. You can also find it on Netflix. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. I will also see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5.